Hello, my name is Alex, and I am excited to share with you guys all the things that I'm learning on Cricut. I am an amateur. I've probably had my Cricut for about a year. So, my goal is to try different materials and to see what works for me because I have made many mistakes. So, today I'm actually going to share with you a few of the mistakes, pros and cons of using stencil. And I've used two different type of stencils from Amazon. So the first stencil is actually this one that I got from Amazon, and it was a 10 pack 7.5 mil blank stencil. It was actually $22.99. It came in a roll like this. It's nice material. It's not too thick. It is nice and thin. I did many projects with this. So I really love coffee and I like to journal, and sometimes I like to make cookies. So I will actually use these for both. Of course, I will put them in the, I'll make a different one for each. So I made coffee. It came out pretty good. It cut very well. And then we have the second one. Not, it's okay. The issue is with the thing in the center, sometimes it'll break. So I did realize that how many times you should actually let your needle go through the stencil. I would say 4 times. You should keep cutting through it with your Cricut, sorry. And then my third one is this one, really cute, and it actually cut really nice. So like I said, there are cons to this. I cut this stencil. This was my second attempt, but my first attempt, maybe I did not line it right, but it cut this part, and I think I let it go through too many times, so it was too deep. And the second time, I made sure that I did it 3 times, not 4 times. But I also think it depends on the needle and depends on the stickiness of your mat. So make sure that you use the correct mat and make sure that's very tacky. I tried doing it with tape and it just kind of like almost messed up my Cricut. So don't do that. Then you see this one, it actually came out really nice. I was able to cut them all through. It's not too thin, and I did learn one thing. Making little letters is not the best. It will kind of cut through. It won't be for the best project. That's one thing I did notice. So be mindful of that. There's probably other stencils that will work better for smaller projects, but this one did not. And then I was trying to make like a bookmark, and of course that was my fault, but it did stay steady. So this part is actually really strong that you can tape it and can make some kind of design. And then I made a mini, kind of like just a funny design I made. So this is not bad for the stencil. And like I said, it was $22.99 and 10 packs came in there. And the film is actually, you would have to cut it in half because it is pretty long. This is how it comes on the roll. So you would have to cut it and it will fit on your mat perfectly. Okay, so I also purchased this one on Amazon, and it was actually 15 pieces for Mil BLANK Template, $11.99. It's really clear. I kind of thought it was gonna cut nice. I wanted to use it for stencils, but it is a little brittle. So I ended up cutting something, and it was like just like a coffee thing. it kind of cut it, but it took actually many runs for this shape to come out. So it wasn't as nice. So I decided that I would use it for a different project. So, you know, you don't want to waste, because that was the issue, that I was wasting all these stencils. And it comes small, so it's not like a big sheet. So it literally is cut like that, and it comes in a package like that. So I made these like bookmarks. I'm going to put flowers and stuff. I did make a project for my coffee. I wanted like shakers. So the plastic is actually in here. So it glued fine. So that is how I'm using this stencil. No waste. Of course, I need to glue more so all my little coffees don't go, but it shakes. So this wasn't too bad. Those were the only projects that I could do on that, because I didn't know what to do with it. And I did cut some in pieces that I could actually cover some of my other projects. I made this coffee pot, and the back part, if you take these little stickers out, there's actually plastic there. And I just cut it exactly what I needed for that part of my coffee pot. So it does work for other things. Unfortunately, it didn't work for what I wanted it for, but it did work out, and it's actually a pretty good price, $11.99. So I tried to just kind of keep my stencils. I will actually, so I do have, I call them my paper stencils. I will write down the sizes, and I will do this before I actually cut a stencil so I don't waste my stencil. Some things do work, some things don't. These are like super small. These were to make a box. My flower ones. Oh, these were very nice. Actually, I liked it for just this part. My coffee stencil. So it came out really nice here, I would say. But when I did make the stencil, most of them were intact, but the center, some of them broke. So like I said, I had to make sure how many times I would cut it. And I have like a notebook, and I do write down, okay, I shouldn't cut it more than 3 times, 4 times, just so it doesn't break. So there goes that one. And then this was like, I forgot what project with this one was. Oh, yes. And I did make this one on paper. I'm actually thinking how I'm going to make it on my stencil, but actually it didn't come out that bad. I just forgot the little circle for the R and the A. That's the only thing. That's why I will do it on paper first before I tell myself I'm going to make it on stencil. And then I also cut like different shapes on my stencils. So I made these squares, so I will put something in the middle. And this is the other stencil. Same thing with this one. But when I cut these circles, if you can see the edges, I will have to actually fix them. That's the first time. So I guess that's telling me that my needle at the time, it's not working, my Cricut. So I will have to fix that. And I think that was all I had to share. I hope this helped. I mean, like I said, I'm an amateur. I've been playing around with different materials, and I would like to try to help and see if something comes useful from my information. But thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.